Beginning, the Queen and the Mechanic. I wasn't supposed to be anywhere near the royal hangar. Technically, human personnel were restricted to the lower engineering decks of the Zalthian flagship Verithra. But when a coolant line burst during a system test and sprayed half the chamber with conductive dust, I didn't have much choice. I was a Terran mechanic, one of the few humans allowed on an alien warship after the fragile peace treaty. I'd seen things most people wouldn't believe. Self-healing hull plating, living starships, plasma armor that sang like a choir when activated. But nothing was more intimidating than the Zalthian queen herself. Queen Thalrenes was not what most humans would call beautiful. Not in the traditional sense. Her body was tall and regal, covered in smooth plates that shimmered between violet and silver, like metal reflecting sunlight underwater. Her 4 luminous eyes moved with slow, deliberate grace, and her voice carried a kind of echo, as if the ship itself whispered along with her words. The first time I saw her, I thought she was a statue. The second time, I dropped a wrench in front of her throne and nearly got vaporized by her guards. So when I found myself in the hangar bay, staring at her ceremonial battle armor, a towering 8-foot suit of living alloy, my instinct was to back away slowly and pray to every god I could remember. Except the armor was filthy. The coolant leak had sprayed it with grime and crystal residue. For the Zalthians, armor wasn't just protection. It was sacred, an extension of their soul. And here it was, covered in muck because of a human engineering malfunction. My conscience got the better of me. "All right," I muttered, grabbing a sterile cloth and solvent. "Just a quick wipe down. Nobody needs to know." I started polishing the plates, carefully tracing along the glowing seams. The armor was warm, alive almost, and hummed faintly when I touched it. Every time I wiped a streak, the surface pulsed gently in response, like it was breathing. I didn't notice her enter the hangar until I heard the whisper of her robes. "Human." The word froze me more effectively than any laser blast could. I turned slowly, cloth still in hand. Queen Thalrenes stood at the entrance, surrounded by her guards. Her expression was unreadable, but her 4 eyes glowed with something between shock and disbelief. I stammered. "The coolant leak, your armor was. I thought I'd clean it for you." Her gaze shifted to the armor, then back to me. "You touched it." I swallowed hard. "Yes, Your Majesty. Just to clean it." The hangar went silent. Even the living lights dimmed. Then, in a voice quieter than before, she said something that made every guard in the room stiffen. "You have performed the Etherian rite. Middle, the forbidden act." And blinked. "The what now?" She stepped closer, her towering presence casting a shimmering light around her. "The Etherian rite. It is a bond ceremony. No being touches the armor of the sovereign unless they are chosen by fate." It was a rag and some solvent," protested. "I didn't mean anything by it." Her second pair of eyes blinked slowly, a Zalthian sign of disbelief. "Intention is irrelevant. The armor recognized your touch. It responded." I looked back at the armor, and sure enough, faint glowing lines had appeared where I'd cleaned, tracing the path of my hand like veins of light. "Queen Thalrenes," one of her guards said softly, "the symbiosis is real. The armor's resonance pattern has matched his biological frequency." My jaw dropped. "Matched my what?" She regarded me for a long time, her gaze heavy and analytical. "It means the armor has accepted you. It will respond only to you, or to me." "So what, I'm your janitor now?" I tried to joke, but my voice cracked halfway through. Her eyes narrowed. "You do not understand. You have bonded with my royal armor. By our law, that makes you she hesitated as if the words were forbidden. My chosen one. The hangar fell silent again. The guards lowered their heads, murmuring ancient phrases in their language. I laughed nervously. Chosen for what exactly? For unity, she said. For destiny. For the shared command of our life force. Sounds intense. It is. Your touch has awakened a connection between us. When one feels pain, the other will know it. When one draws power, the other will feed it. Blink. That's absurd. But then she stepped closer, and I felt it. A wave of warmth spread from my chest outward, synchronized with the faint hum of her presence. My heart rate matched her pulse. My body tingled with a low, electric vibration. Her eyes softened slightly. Do you feel it now, human mechanic? I swallowed hard. Yeah, I do. Then the armor has spoken truth. Middle between duty and destiny. They quarantined me for 3 days while their scholars and scientists tried to undo what had happened. Apparently, Zalthian bioarmor wasn't just metal. It was semi-sentient, bonded to its royal wearer through emotion and energy. When I cleaned it, I accidentally completed the tactile resonance sequence that their people used in ceremonial partnerships. Partnerships that were usually lifelong. Every time I tried to rest, I could feel her. A faint hum in the back of my mind, like the echo of a heartbeat that wasn't mine. Sometimes emotions bled through. Calm focus, distant sorrow, curiosity. Once, I swear I felt her laughter ripple through my chest, even though I was alone. When I was finally summoned back to her chamber, I was ready to apologize, beg, plead, anything to end this madness. Instead, she dismissed her guards and stood before me, silent. You have caused quite a storm among my council, she said finally. I didn't mean to, I said. If there's any way to break this bond. There is not. That hit like a punch. You mean this is permanent? For as long as we draw breath, she said simply. But perhaps, it was meant to be. I frowned. You can't seriously believe that fate made me clean your armor. Fate works through accidents, she said, stepping closer. Do you not see? The armor chose you. It has never accepted another outside my bloodline. Her eyes glowed faintly brighter. Tell me, human, what did you feel when you touched it? I hesitated. Warmth. Pulse. Like it was alive. And you did not fear it. I shook my head. No. I thought it was beautiful. For a moment, her regal expression softened into something almost human. Then perhaps it saw your truth before you did. Middle, the trial of resonance. 2 days later an attack came. Pirates from the outer sectors, rogue species that hated the alliance between humans and Zalthians, ambushed the Varithra in orbit. Plasma torpedoes tore through the shields, and the ship shook violently. Queen Thalrenes moved to engage her armor, the same one I had cleaned. When she entered it, it pulsed brighter than ever, alive with new energy. But something went wrong. It resists full synchronization, her technician warned. It wants dual command. Her gaze snapped toward me. It calls for you. What? You must join the resonance link. Now. I barely had time to argue before the armor extended a tendril toward me, wrapping around my arm. In seconds, my mind was filled with color and sound. Visions of alien stars, the hum of energy coursing through her body, and the weight of centuries of leadership. Do not fight it, her voice echoed in my thoughts. Flow with it.